so I can finally put it in my name. You walking in with me?
Yeah.
Howdy. I'm here to get my white title for that Durango.
Oh, I got you. Okay. Did you ask Ed about it? The guy that was out there? He's coming in.
I didn't even see him.
Yeah. I have no clue where the titles are at. I'm just looking at this weird thing online. It's like a freaking caught my eye. It's like, you know where the white titles are?
I sent that out to her Thursday. I called Wednesday, left a message, and I didn't get no answer back, so I sent it out.
Yeah,
in the mail.
I haven't had time to stop by.
So I sent it out Thursday. Should be getting it.
Oh, okay.
Sweet.
All right. If something were to happen to where I needed to like make my payments late because where I did just put a lot of work into that, it really put me in a bad spot. So like with Christmas and everything coming, if I were to have to like not make a payment for a month, like what can I do about that?
I'll talk to Zach about that, the owner. He won't be in until Monday. Because usually he don't want you to go 15 days past due.
Right.
You know? So.
Right. Well, I just put $700 up underneath of it, and it still needs more work. So, I mean, I've got 5 kids that needed Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a birthday next month, December and January.
Yeah, that's that.
When I walked on the lot, you know, I was in the understanding that I wasn't going to have these problems.
Well, we got a letter from the what I said was? A bureau, anyway, about your complaint about it. And
right.
I faxed it all back to them where we did the 50-50 on it where we didn't have to because you bought the car as is. You signed 4 papers as is on it.
Right.
And I put everything back to them that we're not, you know, that's a high state law. This comes from California.
Well, I understand that. But I was also, when I spoke to Zach, he's the one that called me to come look at, or he had Gene call me to come look at it. I spoke to him that day on the lot, and he's like, we haven't had it very long. If anything happens, you know, we're going to make it right because we're not sure. And I have a witness to that. Tara was here with me. And then when I was putting out stuff under the hood, you said the same thing to me in front of my ex-husband.
So
that if you guys hadn't had it very long and if something happened, you guys would do your best.
I didn't say that.
You did.
Well, I mean, we did do the 50-50 on it. You know.
Yeah, I get that. But I was under the, you know, I was told to my face twice that, you know, you guys wanted to do your best part.
When we signed them papers as is, you should have brought that up.
Yeah, I should have, but I guess I thought you guys
that's
were better.
That's what holds up. You know, you sign them papers as is, that's what holds up.
Yeah, I know that, and that's kind of, that sounds really dirty to even like say it like that though. To say, well, I may have said it, but the fact that you didn't bring it up when you signed papers on you, and that's what's going to hold up is my word doesn't matter because you signed this. I mean, that just to me makes you guys look like a very kind of sketchy operation.
But if we did that to everybody out here, we would not be here in business.
Exactly, but like, don't you think that
just
kind
like,
of means?
I mean.
Don't you think that kind of means though that maybe have somebody look them over before somebody takes off with them, or like, you know, do your very best to.
We've been doing that, yeah. Maybe
here lately, but I've talked to 4 people who have just got cars here who drove them off the lot and had big problems.
Just recently?
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
And I also have about 35 friends that I talk to that have driven cars off the lots, transmissions have gone out, motors have blown, and this isn't just recently, this is just in all of the years of this place being here. Like, I'm just saying, like, maybe you guys might want to take into consideration going the extra mile so that these things don't happen, so that it does boost your business. Because the number one, like, your number one advertisement is word of mouth. Mm-hmm. So if all your customers are leaving here unsatisfied, they're gonna tell everybody. And that's what's going to happen.
90% of ours is the internet.
Exactly.
That ain't word of mouth.
And how is it not?
It ain't other people.
If somebody comes and gets this black little thing off here, okay? They post a picture on their Facebook, their Instagram, their Twitter, whatever, and they say, "Man, this is an awesome car. I love it." Everybody's going to say, where'd you get it? They're going to say, this is where I got it. Those people are going to want to come here. Same works vice versa. That is word of mouth. That is somebody posting their opinion. Same thing if it's not. You're going to have the same thing in reverse. People are going to be like, oh, where'd you get it? I got it here. Okay, I'm staying away from there. Like, that's how that works. Word of mouth is your number one. Regardless.
You go right down here in 3 digits, you drive that off the lot, and it blows up in 10 minutes. It's your car. That's what they'll tell you.
Oh, trust and believe. I know my ex-husband's mom.
That's how.
Bought a car down there.
We buy them as is when we buy them.
Right.
You know.
But when they're like needing a lot of work,
I bought a brand new, a real nice Mini Cooper sitting right out here.
Okay.
And we get it back here and the transmission goes out. I can't make the
I get that.
Responsible for that.
Okay, but when you have like something like that's worth $41.40 was, and there's $1,000 of work need done to it, you still think that it's worth $41.40?
Yeah.
Okay, so that puts me already at $1,000 loss.
You know, I bought the car as is. I've been through this with
I bet.
Jefferson down there in New Lex.
I bet.
Bought a car for them. 2 days later, the transmission goes out of that. I said, sorry about your luck, buddy.
Right.
You bought it as is. Here's the paperwork.
It's just a sad way to operate.
Yeah.
Regardless, I mean, it's just, I guess, not just you guys, but the car industry is just dirty, period. How long typically do you guys allow people to bring them back?
6 months.
So, would I get my money back if I didn't want it?
You would get back what you put down on the car, and then that never gets twice cleaned.
So I would get my $1,600 back.
Whatever you put down, we look it up. Whatever you put down on that car, that ain't counting the tax and title. What you put down for down payment.
Well, I gave you $1,000 cash, plus another vehicle, plus I paid for the body work. You guys wanted to say that you guys did it for me. No, I paid for that.
That's, well, he would allow you down on another.
I have the receipts proving I paid for that. I have it in your writing that I paid for that.
Do you have a number for the person that owns that car?
The Rogue?
Yeah.
I don't.
Kill, yeah. Why's that?
Because I want to talk to him.
Okay.
Okay, because I'm talking to a couple other car lots, and I'm probably going to bring that back to you guys. I've got too much money into
That's,
it.
you know, only if you trade it into us. If you bring it back, then you lose.
That's super unfortunate.
Okay, let me get that on that. Well, I probably do the Angela Cooper.
Are you the owner's son?
No.
No?
No. I'm just a customer that's just waiting for my vehicle.
Oh, I seen you here a couple years ago when we were looking at something.
Yeah. I couldn't do this. I couldn't do this.
You could pay me enough money.
Well, no, because you never know what you're going to buy. You just don't. No matter where you buy it, you know. You can do inspection after inspection, and it's like they just put a new transmission in this Rogue, and it just went out. You know, they just spent like a ton of money helping somebody else out. And then
Well, it's weird because, like,
day.
I've bought cars off private owners and never had a single issue.
Yeah.
And these are people who could pull one over on you and there's nothing you could do.
Yeah.
And I've had no trouble with them. Then, anytime I go to a car lot,
Yeah, you just
I
don't
can't
know
even
what
drive
you're
it.
gonna buy.
yeah, that's why I would never do it again. How is he on, like, if I were to bring that back and trade it for something else on your lot, how could that work? Like, I know that this, the Traverse is on finance.
So you finance that too, didn't you?
No, that's buy here, pay here. Like, would he, do you think, since I have had so much trouble with this, so much heartache, like, I'm about to give it back and just be at a loss for $3,000. Like, it is that much heartache for me. My life, my 5 children are my life.
Yeah.
And they have to be in that, and they're not safe. So that, to me, no amount of money even makes that right.
Well, I know he can't do a buy or repair on a Traverse. He was way too much money on that.
Well, it would be better to do it that way than to let it keep sitting there, though, too.
No, I agree with that.
It's been sitting there a minute.
I'm not going to make calls on that.
Oh, for sure. I'm just saying, like, what do you think?
But what they typically do is like Ed said, whatever you put down on it. You said put $1,000. I know you did that $300 on that body work with $1,000 down. Would say you wanted $1,700 down with that Pacifica. You had the $1,000 would transfer that, so all you would have to have is the other $700. You know what I'm saying? That's how he does that here. You might do something different. I can't say what that
right. There ain't no way that's even worth it. I've got $3,000 in that thing. By the time you add up all the body work and all of the suspension work, I was on my way to Michigan and had to park it.
What's it doing now?
Now it needs a shock, and there's something weird going on with the rear end where it's like catching as I drive it. So whatever it wasn't even the center section. Like, it's still making the noises that I initially was worried about. It's still doing all of that.
I'm not sure. That's something Zach would have to be able to address that issue.
It's a full-on piece of shit. Like, you get in it and you could just the noises of it. It needs exhaust work. It needs sensors. There's been twice in the last 2 days that I've been driving around a corner and it died on me. I about hit a brick wall yesterday, and I about hit another car the day before. Because as I was cornering, it completely died. I lost all power. And I have 5 kids. This is my oldest.
Yeah.
She's 9. So all the rest are babies.
Yeah.
And I've got to put them in that and hope for the best.
Yeah.
You know, like, my intentions are not to be a bitch or like be hard to work with and deal with, but it's like when it comes to my kids, their safety.
Oh, I understand.
There's no end to what I'll do for their safety.
Yeah. I just have to talk with Ed and Zach on, you know, how that works. I'm just a little salesman, you know.
Yeah.
I wasn't even involved in your guys' deal anyways, but yeah.
Right. Unfortunately, though, it just seems like the buck just keeps getting passed around and nobody wants to have an adult conversation with me and you know, and talk maturely about it. Everybody just wants to say, well, it's on you. You did this, you bought this, you signed this. Like, well, okay, I get that, but like, your reputation means nothing to you.
Yeah. I mean, that's
like, it's really sad.
Like me or Gene, we can talk to you all day long, but we can't give you any answers. Right. Only Ed, and when it comes down to it, Zach makes the final call.
Right.
Of course.
See, I'm in a sticky situation now.
I don't know.
I couldn't even make my mortgage payment last month because I had to put my mortgage payment is $700 a month.
Yeah.
I had to put it into that. So I come in, you know, if something happens, because I've got Christmas, I've got birthdays, and I asked, you know, hey, like, if something were to happen and I would not be able to make my payment, you know, maybe postpone it. Basically, what I'm told is the owner gives 15 days and that's it. And, like, I don't even have a period of where I can return this.
Yeah.
But yet he can come after me for money I don't have, that he screwed me out of. And he's going to tell me that I have 15 days to pay for something while I'm here trying to maturely talk and, you know, try to work it out.
Yeah. I mean, Ed just come by the rules. He's got to go by.
And I totally understand that. Totally understand that. My only problem is when I want to talk about it and everybody's rude to me. Or like, you haven't been.
I try not to be. I try to be treated the way I
Yeah, you haven't been rude to me. Ed has been rude to me. Like, every time that I've come in and talk about it, he's been rude to me. And then we'll say that, I didn't say this, calls me a liar, you know, and then calls, like, say I went to pick up my car one day, and he's like, oh, I didn't say this and I didn't say that when she was in the office. Well, he's right there. I'd gladly pull him in here and prove it. That I'm being called a liar. You know, I don't appreciate that. You know, I could come in here raising all kinds of hell, and I don't.
Yeah.
So I don't appreciate it when I'm being disrespected and not talked to like an adult. But, like, my concern is, like I said, and that's why I'm in here, I came for the white title, but, you know, if something were to happen and I had to postpone my payment a little bit.
Well, maybe you two can start over with each other. That'd be my suggestion. Just, look, let's start this over. Let's try to be adults about it.
See, I'm mature enough to do that, but I have the feeling I'm the only one.
Did you get her number?
No, I've been talking So,
Well, how you doing, Miss Tattooed Up Lady?
I'm not happy. I am not happy.
If you want any apples, they're still by your house.
I've been trying to run shit over.
I can't reach the rest of them. They're too high up my tree.
I see them in the streets. I just try to run shit over. Huh. Yeah, we're gonna go because I'm not gonna get anywhere here. So come on, Shug. We'll go out this way. Okay, hop in. Give me a kiss. Mwah.
What it costs you to sue somebody?
And that, my friends, is Reliable Auto Sales in Lancaster and how they treat their customers.